We have a lot of scenes from the episode 9 of season 6, Mr. Agreste, so basically we know everything that will happen. So today we will analyze all the scenes and we will discuss about what will happen in this episode because it's kind of insane. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe because I'll keep you updated with all the news. So let's get straight into the subject with the synopsis. And the synopsis says like this. Marinette finds it increasingly difficult to keep a secret from Adrian. And the arrival of a supervillain who looks just like her old enemy won't help. So, this episode will be about Marinette's guilt after not telling the truth to Adrian about Gabriel, and it will eat her alive. And the supervillain will be that pedophile from season 1, if you remember him, who was in love with Ladybug even though he was like 30, if I remember well. And he will be akumatized into a giant version of Gabriel Agreste, and the reason of akumatization is because Adrian, I guess, will not be happy that he's making a statue of his father, and then he will go to take revenge on Adrian. And this is kind of an insane reason to be akumatized because after all Gabriel is Adrian's father and he has all the rights to not want a statue of his father. But either way, let's get straight into the trailers now because we have a lot of scenes. This is the first trailer from TF1, the French dub. And first of all we have Natalie and she looks kind of mad. And we know that Natalie is evil from the episode 7, so I don't trust her from now on. Then we have Marinette and Adrian being extremely cute as usual because now they are a couple and they are extremely adorable. And Marinette is comforting Adrian, probably because of his father, or he feels sad because what happened with the statue of his father. And then we can see Luca finally will make an appearance in season 6, even though he appeared until now, it was a bit. Now he finally appears for a lot in this episode. In the image he looks kind of stressed, almost as if he wants to stop something from happening, but we will see what happens with him, because now we have the most interesting image from the trailer, Ladybug mixing her Miraculous with the Snake Miraculous. So something will happen to Luca and he will give the Snake Miraculous to Ladybug and she will unify it. So she will become Snakebug, I'm not really sure, but either way I'm really excited to see the first unification in season 6 with the new animation. In the first image we can see Marinette having a nightmare, and this is because she will have a really big nightmare in this episode about Adrian being akumatized after he learns that Marinette hid what happened to Gabriel from him. And in the middle we can see that guy that I told you about from season 1 who was in love with Ladybug, and he's the one who will be akumatized in the episode 9, Mr. Agreste. I'm really curious to see why Luca will give up his Miraculous and he will give it to Marinette. And the whole thing, I mean, after all, he knows that Marinette is Ladybug and she also knows that Luca knows. So it will be extremely interesting. We also have in the left, as you can see, a Lady Noir hug, which will be extremely adorable. And I missed the Lady Noir moments from seasons 1 to 5 because now we won't have as many moments because now it's time for Adrianette. But either way, we will get a hug during the sunset, which makes it even more beautiful. Now moving on, we have some images which were leaked, so these are not official, but we will still discuss about them. If you don't want to see any leaks, then I don't know what to say. Either way, this is Marinette's nightmare, and it starts with her talking to Luca. And as we all know, Luca is the therapist of the group, everyone is talking to him when they have problems. And this is kind of insane because isn't he like 14/15? And adults and everyone is talking to him about their problems, but either way he's extremely mature and I'm really excited to see more of Luca in season 6. He's one of my favorite characters in top 5, and in season 6 he's been really absent, and even in season 5 he was really absent. I loved him in season 4 a lot. This is the nightmare itself. Adrian finds out that Marinette has been lying to him about Gabriel and about everything in general, and he will be akumatized by Chrysalis, and Marinette will be right next to him when he will be akumatized. But obviously this scene is not real, even though the Miraculous team is kind of funny. That's what I wanted to say, because in the promo, the official promo for the episode from the official Miraculous Ladybug channel, they used that scene specifically to promote the episode. So almost everyone will probably believe that Adrian will be akumatized, especially because the episode is named Mr. Agreste and they used only this scene. But it's a nightmare, trust me. It is not real. You will see after in the next images that Marinette will wake up and she will feel extremely scared. And yeah, this is Marinette's projection into her nightmares because obviously she feels extremely guilty about Adrian and about the whole situation, and it's eating her alive. In the nightmare, Adrian is extremely mad at Marinette, but in real life, I don't believe he will be extremely mad at Marinette. Probably he will feel hurt, but I really don't visualize Adrian breaking up with Marinette or doing something really bad to her after he learns what happened. Maybe he will feel even compassion for her because she needed to hide the secret and that she wanted to protect him. We will see what happens. Now we have another scene from the episode 9, another leak. This is a 3 minutes long video, but I got the essentials from it. First of all, we can see Miss Bustier talking to that guy. I'm not sure what's his name, so I'm just gonna call him Copycat, because that's what he was akumatized into in season 1, so Copycat. Mrs. Bustier was talking to Copycat, and she was telling him that Adrian is time to grieve his father, and that he shouldn't make a statue of Gabriel, because it's too soon, and it will hurt Adrian, obviously, and Mrs. Bustier is right. But then, Copycat gets extremely mad and he says that Adrian doesn't appreciate art and no one appreciates his art in general, and that's when Chrysalis akumatizes him. And as I said before in the beginning, this is a really stupid reason to be akumatized, because you are talking about someone's dead father. How could you be so insensitive to want to make a statue of him, and then when the son of the dead father tells you that he feels uncomfortable with this, you get mad and you are akumatized, and then you go after the son to try to hurt him, because as you can see, he goes to the Gabriel Agreste mansion and he wants to hurt Adrian. He wants to get him to the city hall, I guess, if I remember well what they were discussing about. And look at Adrian's face. He looks completely shocked, and as he should, because he's seeing his dead father being a huge giant. This is ridiculous in my opinion. I mean, why would you even be akumatized into a giant version of Gabriel Agreste? And Chrysalis is so evil for doing this to Adrian. This is insane. And it is a bit funny for some reason. I mean, what was even in Chrysalis' mind to akumatize him like this? By the way, as a side note, look at Chrysalis on the left. She looks like such a diva. I love her. I mean, I know she's the villain, but she's an icon for me. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not really sorry, but either way. Going back to Adrian and Copycat / Mr. Agreste, because that's what his akumatized name will be. He is basically the statue of Gabriel Agreste which he wanted to build, but he wasn't allowed. Adrian obviously is mortified, and then Natalie comes into his room, and then he goes to the bedroom, he transforms into Cat Noir, and he will save Natalie from the situation. Gabriel Agreste is grey because, as I said, he's a statue, and his power will be just to be a giant, I guess, because from the fight scene I didn't see anything specifically besides the fact that he can grab himself. For example, he can remove his hand and throw it to someone and then it will just regrow. So that's basically his power, to throw things from himself to others and be a giant. It's not that OP, and I'm not really sure what's his reasoning behind all of this. I mean, what will he achieve doing this? Will he convince Adrian to make a statue of his father after traumatizing him like this? What's the point? Seriously. I'm glad that this episode is more focused on Adrian and not on Marinette, because we need more Adrian episodes. And also the episode 9 from season 4, if you remember, Gabriel Agreste was also focused on Adrian, and now in season 6 another episode is named Mr. Agreste, and again it is focused on Gabriel and Adrian. Now we have probably the most intense scene from the episode in my opinion, and I was really shocked when I first saw it in the leaks. So basically, Cat Noir will cataclysm Gabriel Agreste, and guess where? Again, on his hand. The writers are kind of funny for doing this. Why are they traumatizing Adrian so much? I mean, look at his face in the middle image. He looks petrified after he cataclysmed Gabriel Agreste, because he knows that he cataclysmed Monarch in the past, and now he cataclysmed basically his own father. Even though he doesn't know that in the third episode of season 5, Destruction, he also cataclysmed his father. But Cat Noir / Adrian has a lot of traumas, let's say, because he cataclysmed a lot of people in season 5 and he felt extremely guilty after he did it in season 5, and he almost done it a lot of times. I mean, it happened in the third episode, Destruction, then it almost happened again in Jubilation, and then another time in Determination in the episode 6, I was trying to remember. He is scared of his own power, And it was a bit funny, not gonna lie, because he said something like, "Oh, sorry for cataclysming you, I didn't mean it." It felt a bit out of place, but either way, I mean, he didn't sound that traumatized, but his expression looks traumatized instead. That was not the official dub, by the way, in that 3 minutes long video. So we will get the official dub when the episode will be released. Don't forget, on 27 September, this month. For some reason, Ladybug is not taking part in the fight. And why is this even happening? Because in the other scenes, she was in her room, so she wasn't doing anything specifically. But for some reason, she wasn't answering her yo-yo, let's say, her yo-yo phone, when Cat Noir was calling her. So Cat Noir needs to fight his own father alone. And he also cataclysmed his own father. This is for sure traumatizing, and it is a lot of build-up for the moment when he will learn what happened to Gabriel. And don't forget that he will also feel extremely guilty when he will find out that Gabriel died because of his cataclysm in the episode Destruction. But moving on, we have another trailer now, which is from TF1 again, I guess? Yeah, it's from TF1. And we have the first image with Adrian being completely petrified when he sees his own father as a giant. We have already seen this image, but now it has a better quality. And then we have some new scenes from the fight scene. And as I said, Gabriel Agreste is taking pieces of himself and he throws them at Cat Noir. The power is lame, as I said. I mean, what's even the point of all of this? But either way, this is what will happen in the episode. These are the new scenes from the trailer. The trailer has more scenes in general, but these are the new ones which are from the episode 9 specifically, Mr. Agreste. We kind of know almost everything that will happen in the episode because we have a lot of scenes and we discussed about them. These are all the scenes which we have for now for the episode 9. We will probably get an official trailer soon before the episode will be released, and I will keep you updated. Now let's discuss about some other scenes from the upcoming episodes because these are all from the episode 9. So let's move on to some of the scenes from the episodes 6, 10, and that's all, I guess. I mean, this is just my assumption because of the scenes. From the new trailer which TF1 released, we have some new scenes from the episode 6, Sleeping Siren. And first of all, we can see some knights, and those knights are made out of water. And as a fun fact, in French dub, the episode is named Princess Siren, so it makes more sense why she has knights to protect her, because she's a princess. This is obviously from the episode 6 because Paris is underwater, so it's flooded, and who else could flood Paris besides the Siren, as she did in the second season. This means that the akumatized villain from the episode 6, the Sleeping Siren, is Ondine, who was akumatized before into the Siren, so obviously it makes sense. And talking about Ondine, why is she even with Kim? Kim is probably one of my least top 5 favorites from Miraculous in general, and I really don't know what Ondine sees in Kim because she's such a queen and he's such, I don't know, nothing. He represents nothing, he's just annoying. Probably the most annoying character from the whole series. Even Manon is better. Kim doesn't deserve a Miraculous, and I said this even from the 3rd season, and I still have this opinion. He didn't deserve the Monkey Miraculous. I mean, he is a monkey, but this doesn't mean that he deserves the Monkey Miraculous or any Miraculous at all. He's the most useless hero and also the most annoying one, and I really hope that Ondine will not be akumatized because of him. But talking about heroes, now we have Vesperia, who will be back in the episode 6. And as you can see, she will throw her yo-yo into the knights, the water knights, and they will dissolve because they are made of water. So basically you can throw anything at them and they will simply dissolve. So what's even the point of those knights if they can be beaten that easily? Vesperia, I'm not really sure what to say about her because she's an interesting character. I mean, especially in season 5 she did a lot and I enjoyed her. But overall I feel like some other heroes would need more development. For example, Pigela or even Purple Tigress. They keep including Vesperia in the main heroes, let's say. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that Vesperia is back because she's in my top 5 heroes. But I really want other heroes to shine too. Because for example, when Vesperia is back, she has scenes for herself, but all the other heroes are just in the background. For example, Pigela, Purple Tigress, even Carapace. So I simply want some of the other heroes to shine too, besides Kim. Get him out. I loved Zoe and Sabrina in the episode 4 they decap, so maybe in this episode we will see more development between her and Sabrina, even though in season 6 the order is not important, so this could be even the first episode, but we'll see. In the left image, we can see all the heroes, so they will be back in the episode 6, and I'm assuming this is from the episode 6 because we can see Vesperia, so I don't believe she will be back in all the episodes. And then in the other two images we have some scenes from the episode 10, the Dark Castle. It is not confirmed obviously, but this is what I'm assuming, because from what other episode could these images be? The latest episode was the episode 15 with Mark and Nathaniel, and I don't believe they will show now the episodes from 20 or even more. Probably they will finish the first bench of episodes from 1 to 15. So this is until the episode 15 for sure, and I'm assuming this is from the episode 10. The villain reminds me of Strike Back. There's not really much to say. He doesn't seem that interesting. I don't like the big villains in general. I prefer the small ones because they're more strategic and more powerful than the big ones. And in the last image we can see Ladybug going on the villain for some reason. She's climbing on it. Do you remember what I said 5 minutes ago, that probably we will get an official trailer soon? Well, we got it sooner than expected. Now we have the official trailer for the episode 9 from the official Miraculous Ladybug channel. So let's analyze it too, because we have a lot of new scenes which are extremely interesting from the new trailer. And first of all, as you can see, we have Luca, Juleka and their mother, and this is a flashback scene. I'm saying it is a flashback because it has the pink filter, let's say, the pink borders on the sides, and this is how the flashbacks are presented in Miraculous in general. Luca is leaving in a cab to the airport, so we will have all the context on why he left, how he left, and how the breakup with his family was like. Luca left in the episode 13 of season 5, so this scene is happening after the episode 13 of season 5, obviously. So this scene is basically not from season 6, but a flashback from season 5. We know that in the season 5 finale, Luca was on the beach, and we will see more of what he did in Brazil in this episode, in Mr. Agreste. Even though it is kind of weird that in an episode named Mr. Agreste to get Luca's background and not more of Adrian's background. But we know that the akumatized villain is basically that, as I said, pedophile from season 1, Vincent, I guess it was his name if I remember well. The one who was akumatized into Copycat. He will be sad because Adrian doesn't want a statue of Gabriel, and because of that he doesn't get the permit to do it. So he will be akumatized into the statue of Mr. Agreste. So the episode is not specifically about the Agreste family, it's just named after them. But either way, in the second image, we have Marinette and Adrian being extremely adorable as usual. Marinette and Adrian are kissing. I mean, Adrian is kissing Marinette and she stays there as she should. And in the third image, we have Vincent and Mrs. Bustier. And she looks amazing in the new animation, and I'm very happy that she's the mayor now, because let's be real, the last mayor was horrible, and Chloe as the mayor was even more horrible, and she's the perfect fit for this role. In the next image we have Luca on the beach, and then Cosmobug comes to him for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why she goes to Luca. Probably she needs his Miraculous, because as you can see in the third image, she's unifying her Miraculous with the Snake Miraculous. And this is the first unification from this season. I bet she will look amazing because all her unifications are always amazing, unlike Aspic, who looks horrible. So Adrian shouldn't unify with the Snake Miraculous or even use it ever again. Let Marinette use it. And Luca, they look amazing in it. In the middle image we have Mr. Agreste, the akumatized villain, and Ladybug. And I'm really curious why Kedmar was fighting the villain alone in the beginning and why Ladybug wasn't coming to help him, but probably it is because she will go to Luca to get the Snake Miraculous. And she can't teleport because she doesn't have Kalki anymore, so she needs to go by herself. That's why she will transform into Cosmobug. We have already seen Cosmobug in the episode 4, The Decap, my favorite title from all the seasons. It's such a genius title from an episode. So the new thing which will be in this episode will be Ladybug unifying herself with the Snake Miraculous. And what could her name be? Lady Snake? Online there are a lot of fan arts about Ladybug with different Miraculouses, so let's see which one will become true. Because we also had Ladybug in different colors, for example in yellow, and this became true in the London special. We also have this new scene of Luca. We have it from the official Miraculous Instagram channel, and we can see him and his guitar. And then in the last image we have Luca going in the airplane because obviously he needs it to leave Paris because he goes from Paris to Brazil. The episode is going to be amazing, I can already tell, but as I was recording this we got some new release dates. For example, in the beginning I said that the episode is going to be released on 27 September in English dub, but it's also going to be released on 28 September in French dub by TF1. But the thing is that TF1 has TF1 Plus, and TF1 Plus always releases the episode 4 days before TF1, which means that on 24 September we will get the episode 9 Mr. Agreste in French dub. And then in a couple of hours it will also be released with English subtitles, so don't worry, I will keep you updated with links. And this is all, thank you so much for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because I'm going to keep you updated with all the news about Miraculous Season 6 and the new specials, and I will see you soon.